The thing about the Federation Handbells is that they're a unique acoustic design. It's quite a different bell to any bell that you'll hear anywhere else. It's unique.
Playing actual bells, it's just a lovely feeling. It's a very physical feeling. The physicality really enhances how involved you feel in the music. It's a wonderful experience.
They were actually made for the closing of the Melbourne 2000 Arts Festival. And there was a massive concert called Bells and Brass, where there were 4 brass bands on stage under the baton of 1 conductor, and then there was another 500 bell ringers all down the side and around the back of the My Music Bowl, and I conducted them from halfway up the lawn. And it was a magnificent occasion. And those bell players were all from community groups, and most of them were, well, in fact, all of them were non-musicians.
They vary in size. This is the heaviest bell in the set, and you can use them as a handheld bell. You can parade with them in that way. But I suppose most times I've used the bells, we've just used them in the boxes, using them as a stand and striking them like that. We label them to make it easy for the kids to find the notes if they're not totally familiar with the scales we're using or the way they'd be laid out. We'll have the sections set up, kind of like a bells orchestra, and that way I can stand in front of each section and remind the kids which part we're up to.
The music program here at school is based on composition. The children compose their own music and perform it. Having the bells has added another dimension because they're instruments that are quite unusual, and with such a beautiful sound and such an unusual timbre, it's really opened the minds up of the kids in exploring and experimenting with new musical works.
I like them because they all have like a different sound, like each bell is different, but also kind of depends on how loud you play them or how softly you play them. So if I do it loud, it's like, but then if I do it really quiet, it's like.
There's such a great way to just get children interested in listening to sounds and experimenting with sounds.
They make a very sort of high noise, like maybe an icy, like everyone's really annoyed, something like that.
Funky. It's a bit like Twilight music as well. They're like dark, kind of.
Eerie, magical.
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 Different.
So there's bells being played by 2 percussionists on the ground, 1 full set of Federation handbells, which do work as a kind of mallet instrument, which I'm not sure if everyone realises that, but there's brackets that you can set up a full 2 octaves of the Fed bells and play them, and a glockenspiel, which is like a little xylophone but made of metal. So that's down the bottom, and then up the top are the strange fruiters.
I wasn't in Federation Square, but that was
big.
That was huge.
Big audience.
There was
Thousands of
thousands
people.
and thousands.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
The development took quite a few years and spanned from about 2000 and I think we first had a conversation in 2006 at Sue Broadway. I was walking through Birrarung Ma, where the Federation Bells installation is, and she sort of looked up at the bells and went, oh, how good would it be to put the strange fruiters up amongst those bells and play them? The hardest part really was to decide which bells to leave out.
It was amazing. It was amazing for all of us as well as for the audience. It was quite spiritual, like the time of day, the place, the nature of the bells themselves.
You know, they're sort of very beckoning, or they're sort of reminiscent of spiritual practice or something that's sort of caught between realms.
Yeah, it was beautiful.